Let your adorning, verse 4, let your adorning be the hidden person. I love this. You're a person. You're not a body to be gawked at. I was praying the other day. I'm a human. 69-year-old males are still males, okay? Which means we have a bent towards sexual attraction. Looking at things we shouldn't look at, or looking too long at what we might look at innocently, or whatever. You know, so I'm walking to the airport, and my eyes are flashing here and there as people walk by, and I'm just whispering to the Lord, God, help me to see women's eyes. I don't mean makeup. I mean, that's where the person is. I want to see people, not bodies. Help me. Isn't that what this is? No women, men too, but women here. You're a person, not a body to be decorated. And once that gets straight, then the body will fall into line with appropriate clothing and appropriate makeup and appropriate hair and all the other things that are appropriate. But it's not your God. It's not what you're going to live for. Please don't live for that. Let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable, same thing with regard to our inheritance, imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet. And if this right here has a negative connotation for you, try the word serene or tranquil. Like if you say, well, we're supposed to be quiet. Women always have to be quiet. Women are allowed to talk. I doubt that in this verse especially, that verse was supposed to land on women with painful constraint, but rather beautiful serenity, like a pond or a lake that is serene, it's tranquil. Because he's going to say in just a minute, don't be afraid of anything. I mean, these are my kind of women he's describing here. Fearless before American collapse. Fearless for your kids. Fearless in the face of difficulty at church. Fearless. These are strong women. You'll see it. And the strength is coming from inside. The strength is not being built up. Like if you look at movie stars and whatnot, who always, they're trying to strike a pose with how sexy their clothes are, how sexy their figure is, how sexy their hair is, how sexy everything is. Why do they do that? Power, that's why. They know what men fall for or gawk at. It feels powerful. I get looks. I'm effective in my body. I can do this. And Peter's just saying, but power is good. And I'll tell you where power resides. Power is in a personhood, in a heart. Person, heart, beauty that is gentle, like returning good for evil, with mighty resolve not to do any more than Jesus did when he hung on the cross. Quiet, serene, tranquil in spirit, which in God's sight is very, very precious. And then he gives a reason for why he's saying that kind of strength or that kind of inner demeanor. For this is how the holy women, he's back to this issue of holiness now. That's our calling, men and women. He's on women. There's a female holiness. Is that what you're living for? Holiness. The holy women, it's a beautiful phrase. The holy women, where did they get this? Who hoped in God. There's the key right there. Do you hope in your husband's approval? Do you hope in your husband's conversion? Do you hope in in men around you liking what they see, or do you hope in God? And by that, it doesn't mean you don't want your husband to be converted. You don't want to have an impression. You don't want people to look upon you with favor. It means you've got priorities here, and God is all. God is all. My hope is in God. I'm getting my identity from God. I'm getting my satisfaction from God. I'm getting my hope and my future, my joy from God.